Update: would I be the asshole if I sue my SIL for stealing my book and making a huge profit from it? Old post. Thank you everyone for giving me advices on how to proceed with this mess. After speaking with my pre-law friend, I decided to go the legal route. I reiterated my compromise with SIL and my brother, but he has fully taken her side. My parents warned me that I'd be disowned and I'd be dead to them if I'm willing to stoop so low. I hired a lawyer and given all the details on my side. My lawyer said she needs my unedited manuscript for the book and my SIL's published book along with the copy SIL sent to have it proofread and edited. Because the published book has different parts changed, my lawyer needs the unedited version which SIL should still have in the transaction she did with her editor and proofreader. We took the risk to ask SIL for the unedited copy she sent to her editor and proofreader despite the chance of having her feign, "I don't remember their names, I don't have their contacts anymore, I don't want to," etc. I told SIL that we will go through the route of having to use third-party notarization to ensure no foul play on either part, have one individual look at my unedited manuscript and the one she sent to her hired editor plus proofreader. Once I told her that, she must have realized I was not bluffing. SIL and my brother accepted the compromise. I take the pseudonym, the royalties, with evidence of sold copies. I stipulated that SIL must put a message out to her followers on her blog that she stole from me and not a single word in the book is hers. I thank the Redditors for suggesting that. She is clearly pissed off and disgusted with me for doing this to my own family. I threatened her with further legal proceedings if she doesn't do it. No lawsuit happened, but I'm glad I got a professional option just in case. As words got back to my parents of what I did and how dare I got a lawyer to punish SIL because her blog followers will surely lose trust in her and future revenue. I told them and my parents that if they have anything to say, use my business email. I'm done with them. They treated an outsider, SIL 1 month into dating my brother, better than they ever did to me. I don't need that negativity dragging me down. I'm happier, more free with my opinions, and I don't have to feel the need to compete with everything SIL does just to get my parents to love me a little more than a daughter in name. I have my friends, they've always been more of a family unit to me than my biological ones. I knew I was going to lose something coming out of this, but I didn't expect I'd be okay with the disappointment and hurt. Thank you, everyone. And no, I will not be telling anyone what the name of the book is because I only came here to get a moral judgment and update everyone on what happened. Please don't think I'm using this for clout. The book will not be promoted on Reddit. Not then, not now, and not in the future either. This is great news for you. This story makes me question so many things about humanity. What a terrible family you have. Wow. Wow. They really cared more about her future than the fact that she was a liar and a thief. Screw all of them. Did she make the blog post? GG, but info. How'd her followers react? Your SIL stole from you and your parents are mad at you for it? Yikes. I'm glad it worked out in some way for you. Never understood that you don't do that to family people in these situations. It's okay for family to steal or do something horrible to you, but if you retaliate in a logical and legal manner, suddenly it's family you need to forgive and forget. I'm glad you cut them out. Let's see how much they care about family when she starts stealing from them. Or better yet, when they have to sacrifice for her because, family. Good for you. But how can they be only dating for a month with a 6-month-old baby? Sorry if I GJT that wrong. Anyhow, NTA, your SIL ta. I didn't comment on your original post, but I'm really happy about this update. I honestly expected your SIL to put up a bigger fight about the compromise, or threaten to counter-sue, although IDK how she could, so this makes me feel warm and fuzzy that she has to out herself as a liar and a thief. Sorry about your biological family, but hey, family is what you make it. My parents warned me that I'd be disowned and I'd be dead to them if I'm willing to stoop so low. Lower than a thief. Really? You are well shut of them. Good for you. Not the asshole. Thank you for the update and I am so proud of you. I left an abusive family and I know how hard it can be. I highly recommend therapy, because even though you are feeling good about your choices, and you should, it can be easy for the programming of fear, obligation and guilt to kick in. You deserve so much more than they were ever willing to give you. I hope you take the money and do something nice for yourself. Also, I would love to hear what happens when she takes it to her blog. It's their loss. Glad you stood up for yourself and got some justice. Be well. Thank you for the update. I think you did the right thing. Wish you all the best. This is the post that's going to get me to unsubscribe from this sub. I know you got a lot of "this isn't real" posts. And that's because it's so ridiculous in concept, execution, and conclusion. Edit. I unsubscribed. IDK, this seems fake. First, you barely have any information in your first post, and you're referring to this person as SIL, but they've been dating a month. I'm just saying this doesn't add up. Good job op, happy for you. Happy that you cut out the toxic no one needs that this year. Who even does this to someone in their family and expect it not be noticed or just ignored? I'm glad you went through with it and got a lawyer op, absolutely fuck them. She is clearly pissed off and disgusted with me for doing this to my own family. Excuse me? The audacity of her. She stole from you, but is disgusted with you. Wow. I'm happy things worked out for you op. Both in regards to the book and in cutting ties to toxic people in your life. I find it hilarious that they're mad at you for taking legal action, and not at her for stealing your book in the first place. As you said, there is no need for that kind of negativity in your life, regardless of who it comes from. I hope your book does well, and I hope her followers see her for who she really is. My English isn't that good, so I don't understand. Are you going to get the full profit from the book? This was a very entertaining fantasy. Oh, I remember you. I got so mad on your behalf reading your story back then. I'm so glad you got it solved. I hope everything works smoothly for you from now on, and congrats for facing your family that way. I'm sure it wasn't easy. Glad that you stood up for yourself op. Good luck in the future. She is clearly pissed off and disgusted with me for doing this to my own family. She should be disgusted by what she did, not what you did. I hope you're proud of yourself, because you should be. I'm glad you stood up for yourself op, and that you have a good support system that isn't your family. I can't imagine what it's like for your family to disown you despite your SIL being the one who literally stole from you. If the book had been super successful, she could have made hundreds of thousands, and your parents think stealing that much money is okay? If they have anything to say, use my business email. Mic drop. Still feels fake, sad face. Can you define huge profit in a rough dollar amount? Respectfully, very few self-published books make huge profit. Thanks for the update. The way you handled it is very admirable. It's unfortunate to lose your parents like this, but they sound like horrible people. You do you, girl. As words got back to my parents of what I did, and how dare I got a lawyer to punish SIL because her blog followers will surely lose trust in her and future revenue. I told them and my parents that if they have anything to say, use my business email. I'm done with them. The way you write really makes me question if you're a right, my dude. The above snippet is extremely confusion at best. You say, my parents, then say, them and my parents, and just plain horrible grammar at worst. To me this all just reads as, man, if this situation happened here's what I'd do. Shower thoughts. Op, I don't know if you know about this, but here is an article written about your story. I've been waiting for this update. Good on you. Stealing work is never okay, and I'm so glad that it's not terribly messy. I mean, obviously it's still a mess cause you're dealing with an adult baby, but I know it could have gotten a lot worse. I hope you can update on her apology and what happens after, be it on this subreddit or your own page. If there's ever a point the book is re-edited in your name and you'll get the profits from it, I would love to read it. Good to hear things worked out. Just out of interest, do the royalties mean that all profits go to you, or does your sister-in-law gain any revenues at all? She is clearly pissed off and disgusted with me for doing this to my own family. Your family seems to miss the point that you're family and she did this to you. Congratulations. If this is all true, your whole family defending what happened is awful. I'm curious how this happened and how this would have played out in court. Do you know how she stole it? Did she not really go to the bathroom? Was it in there? How would you have proved you were the original source? The audacity she has to ask, how could you do this to family, when she literally stole something you've worked on half your life? Just, wow. Also, your parents sound like a nightmare, and while it's hard, it sounds like you're better off without them. She is clearly pissed off and disgusted with me for doing this to my own family. She is clearly a massive hypocrite, because she's the one who did a terrible thing to family. Don't worry guys, I found the book. I'm confused. In your first post, you said your sister-in-law doesn't like books and thinks they are a waste of time. Now you're saying she is a published author with a decent enough following to yield a huge profit. Which is it? I remember reading your original post. I appreciate the update. It's always good to hear how a situation got resolved. It's unbelievable that you parents are taking their side. When you create something like this, it becomes your child. It may be words on a page, but it is so personal. I can't believe she would have the audacity to steal that. Oh, and what followers? She has no followers, they are followers of the artist that created the book, which she did not. She deserves everything she gets, and to be honest, that includes jail time. I am pleased this has worked out for you, and anyone in your family suggesting you are in the wrong is living in a different reality. Good job. Tough situation, but business is business and it's your work, period. Well done. Hands clapping, hands clapping, hands clapping. Hands clapping. Thank you for this update. Cut those toxic people out of your life. I must know though, how did the followers react? Oh no. SIL's actions had consequences. Who would ever have thought it possible? I can't believe your parents are more angry that you demand the earnings money that she, not even their daughter blood, just a girlfriend to their son, made from your book, than her stealing. Just because she may lose followers. How will they ever trust a liar ever again? She could have offered to put it on her blog with a review, for IDK 5% of royalties, but had to steal it from someone so close to her that there was no chance they wouldn't find out. I told them and my parents that if they have anything to say, use my business email. Standing ovation. GG's dude. I recommend you leave a review on Amazon and Goodreads clearly stating that the book was plagiarized, unless you're looking to shift the book's sales to yourself. The Goodreads community eats up this kind of thing and will keep spreading the news. I'm a top 20 Goodreads reviewer. Feel free to PM me if you have any questions or want my help. I remember your original post clearly. I was hurt and angry for you. I am so happy you decided to stand up and make them take notice of the injustice done to you. They obviously don't care now. However, the day will come and one of these toxic people will reach out to you and half-heartedly apologize. Then you and only you get to decide if they are worthy to allow into your life. Family is who you choose to be in your inner circle. Sometimes, blood, family just sucks. Good luck with all that you achieve. This person here is cheering you on. What is completely insane to me is that your family says how mean you are, but it sure seems like they forget that your sister-in-law ripped you off. Perhaps you should use this experience as inspiration for your next book? Fuck your family, they suck. Write a story about them and profit. Family isn't always blood. Good riddance to them. I hope your book sells well. If you pull it, rewrite it and republish it. I also hope you're doing all right. This must have been monumentally stressful. Good for you. Proud of you for how you handled this. You honored your talent and hard work and stood up for yourself. The rejection of your family is an all too common story, and please consider getting some therapy to provide support. Much respect for you and thanks for giving us an update.